Hi guys! So fall is still around, which means we still have some time to put up some nice fall decor for our homes. And what screams fall more than pumpkins? Here I'll be showing you how to do 3 DIY Glitz Glam pumpkins that are pretty and pretty easy to do. So let's jump right into it. First you'll need some pumpkins, of course, and I got mine in a big bag from BJ's. Start by wiping down your pumpkins with a damp cloth or paper towel because they can be sticky or dirty when you get them. Next, use metallic or regular spray paint or acrylic paints to color your pumpkins. If you are using acrylics, of course you'll be needing some brushes. You'll also need some type of strong glue. I'll be using jewel glue and a hot glue gun, but you definitely don't need to use both. I don't suggest using super glue because it's a bit too runny and can be difficult to control. Okay, so for my first pumpkin, I sprayed it with about 2 coats of metallic spray paint, letting it dry between each coat. Then with some rhinestone chain that was left over from my Etika-inspired friendship bracelet DIY and a pair of wire cutters, I prepared to glam up my little pumpkin. To start, place the end of the chain at the base of the stem, lining it up with one of the pumpkin sections, and measure it to the bottom of the pumpkin where it just hits the table. Then cut the chain and count the number of sections on your pumpkin. I have about 10, and just cut enough chain for that amount. Also, use the first chain piece you cut as the reference for all the other pieces you'll be cutting, just to make your life easier. Now use your glue to glue down the chain onto each section. I found that by putting glue halfway down each section, I have more control of the chain being straight than if I place the glue all the way down the entire section. After you've glued all the chains down, you should have something like this. And you can leave it like that as is, but I wanted to hide all of the chain ends, so I just took some chain and wrapped it around the base of the stem. Next, I just cut it and glued it down. Now you are left with a very glitzy and glamorous pumpkin. For the next pumpkin, I just spray painted it 2 coats of white and got some sewing pins. By the way, if you want a specific color pin, you can also dip the head of the pin in some acrylic paint and let it dry by propping it up on something before using it. Right here I'm just using a cork coaster. Okay, next I used a pen to map out where I wanted the pins to go. Here I marked 3 dots in a row in the north, south, east, and west positions. I try to be neat with my markings just because my design was going to be more linear, but if you want to do something more organic like swirls or something, you're definitely not restricted to that. Alright, here's the fun part. Locate your pen marks and push the pins into the pumpkins. But firmly grip your pumpkin and be careful not to poke yourself because the pumpkins can be quite hard, so you may have to do some wiggle action to get the pins in. I wanted to add more pins, so again I am marking the pumpkin with a pen, but this time I am doing rows of 2 pins in between the rows of 3 pins. So like the other pumpkin, I could have just left it alone as is, but I wanted to add an extra touch to it, so I just painted the stem with silver acrylic paint. Now for the last but probably my favorite of the bunch, I painted this pumpkin with about 3 coats of this almost Tiffany blue color, and I will be embellishing it with flat back rhinestones of all shapes and sizes, sequins and beads, but really anything sparkly will do. So I just started off gluing the large round rhinestones first in the north, south, east, and west positions, and then I glue additional large stones in between them but in different shapes. And it looks so pretty here as is, but as you can probably already tell from my other pumpkins, I just can't seem to leave things as is, so I am putting glue around the large rhinestones and putting the smaller embellishments around them to frame them. By the way, tweezers will really help in this part, and I just finished putting on the long beads and now I am putting on the sequins. So I just did that for all of the rhinestones. And as a finishing touch, I also glued a rhinestone on top of the stem, and also the stem is painted in silver. And that's the end of this DIY. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had lots of fun making it. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys very soon. Bye!